What up, ladies and germs? So, lighting. I know we're supposed to be working on the Silverado, but work's been crazy. Now, I did have a video saved up for you guys, and that's where having extra footage always comes in handy for doing YouTube videos, doing TikTok shorts, doing YouTube shorts, doing Instagram videos, and all that stuff. It's always good to have extra footage. I'm gonna be washing that motor right now. I mean, that engine bay. I gotta wash this motor over here. Got myself some industrial purple degreaser, and we're gonna be washing the motor, but I got a video for you guys. Check it out. I'll see you guys in a little bit. What's going on, everybody? So on this week's episode, they brought this car to me. They said that there's a noise that they can hear that is bothering them, and we're gonna check that noise in this video and hopefully fix it as well. I'm gonna set you guys on the tripod and let me know, guys, what you guys see. All right, give me a second. I have you guys right here on my phone so that while I'm in there, I can see what's going on. But the very first thing I'm seeing is that this motor mount is shot. They call this the wishbone because you wish it worked.
Got him!
You guys see the amount of up and down motion that motor does? It just boom, boom, elevates. That's not good. That motor mount for sure is shot, most likely a couple other ones. I can't hear. He said that it's a pulley that they keep hearing. I honestly don't hear any pulley, but there is something that I keep hearing. It sounds almost like a pulley, like a motor, like, but it's not. Hold on, let me put the mic up close to that. Okay. So whatever is down there, that's making the noise. So I'm gonna lift up the car, inspect that. Oh, my knee. All right. You guys hear that? What if they're talking about the AC? And now look, ABS light turned on. This car's got issues, man. So
You got an issue? Here's a tissue.
if the ABS light turned on and the needle keeps doing that, you see how it's flickering up and down? That could just be, bad voltage on the vehicle speed sensor. But then why would the coolant temperature go up and down as well? Okay, so as I was literally taking off the microphone and everything, I was taking a look at a couple of things. I'm noticing a lot of Mickey Mouse stuff here. Number one, this has silicone on there. Okay, so that's weird. Who the heck put silicone on the cap? This, what the heck? Was it leaking from there or something? Now, electrical. That'll never help you out. This, that'll never help you out. So I'm gonna look for grounds that aren't on properly because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna do. They always say eliminate the little things until you get to the big things, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna eliminate the battery, the terminals, motor mounts, the things that I obviously see right now. Motor mounts. I'm gonna lift up the car from the front, take off the tires, look around underneath. I'm pretty sure one of these pulleys is probably hitting down there as well. So I'm gonna take a look at all that, and then look at that wheel speed sensor. So I gotta take off the intake, all this, the air box and all that. I gotta take all that off, and I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, boys and girls, we went to the store and we got some stuff. We got motor mounts. We have motor mounts. We have a battery holder, serpentine belt. I have to replace the tensioner pulley, so I might as well replace the serpentine belt. It's already there. And the old one, I don't know if you guys could see that, but it's a little cracked already. You might as well replace it. I already took it off to replace the pulley. I might as well replace it. And then we got new terminals, because if you guys look at here, look at that. Of course, the instrument panels are going to be going up and down, up and down. So, like I said, you start from the bottom up. I'm gonna look at there's some cables that are questionable, and I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna fix them. I'll record it. And then there's some grounds that are questionable as well. I'm gonna take them off, sand it down a little bit, put them back on properly. So I'm gonna do those as well. But the main focus is these terminals. That literally, as the car was turned on, these things were just wiggling like this. This one was wiggling too. I mean, this was a little bit tighter, and that's because I just tightened it. But yeah, they weren't holding on there. And like I said, look at the battery. It's just wobbling. So I'm gonna take the part that, check the grounds and everything, and then install the motor mounts, install this and all that stuff. So let's get it going. Okay. So I'm not making this stuff up, okay? I literally put on my headphone so I could listen to some music while I'm working on this, and if in case I gotta talk to you guys, I could do this thing. But I removed the battery, and as I'm taking this off, and this goes right here, okay? That goes right there. As I take this off, look at the first thing I see. Oh, shoot. Look at this. It was like 2 threads in. And this is basically the negative terminal. Look at this. Look at that. I'm going to sand that down. Make sure there is good contact there. And then I'm going to trace all these cables and make sure there is good contact on everything. Every single one of these cables has to have really good contact. Okay, so I'm tracing down that long cable, and it's a motor electrical ground. So I'm trying to search it where it goes. The positive goes there, and that's good. But all these grounds, I'm just gonna chase them all down, take them off, and then sand down where they should contact and all that. So I'm gonna go underneath and chase that wire. It goes through here and goes to the back. So let me grab you guys. Grab the creeper. Ooh. Grab the creeper and go down there. Okay, car is too low. So I'm trying to find. It's almost like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Looks like it just goes down to the transmission. Somewhere on the transmission. So like I said, I'm gonna take off all the grounds. So let me do all that, and then I'll get back with you guys. Okay, so like I said, ground down right here, the back end of it, right there where it attaches. Grind down there, and then of course I didn't grind this down, so I'm gonna grind that down now. But yeah, so those are some of the grounds. So right now I'm gonna put the battery back on there, connect the terminals, put it back on together, and then put the strap on it so it can hold it. And then I'll show you guys when I change out that that serpentine, the belt tensioner. I'll show you guys when I switch that out, and then the motor mounts. We're gonna take off that bolt. It's a size 14. Now, there is barely any space to get to this right here, right? So let me go underneath and do it from underneath real quick. Okay, so I had to put a jack stand on the side of the motor, lift up this whole part, take off the motor mount there. Okay, so look at this motor mount. It was coming apart already by itself. And then check this one out. No bueno. So the motor mounts were all jacked up, so I'm gonna switch those out. But the tensioner is right here, and you have to take apart those motor mounts to get to the tensioner. That bearing's bad. Let's take that apart real quick. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's play on it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can push on it and it comes up a little bit. Here's the new one. Make sure that that is the same size. Sure it's the same size, same thickness. Grab the new one, put it on there, grab this, screw it in a little bit. Three ugga-duggas, and oh, so much smoother. So much smoother, a lot better. So now I'm gonna put this on there, and then I'll put the motor mounts on there. So motor mount. So let me tighten this up, and then I'll get back with you guys once I start putting the motor mounts. So we're gonna put the new one on now. Now I can't put my fingers in there all the way. The fingers aren't that deep, right? Now I could always put it with one finger, right? Kind of like if I had a screwdriver. So grab the nut, shove it in there, and like slowly turn it. That's always fine and dandy too. But you already have the deep socket. Put that in there. Then turn it a couple of times. That way you know it actually went on there properly. See, this one wasn't in there. Right, if I would have grabbed it with the gun and put it on there, I would have messed it up. See? Look at that. Boom. Come back with the gun. 1, 2, 3. Done. And now you put the top one on there. Now the top motor mount right here is a little different, right? Okay, what do I mean by that? This is the old one, this is the new one, right? So that obviously goes here. Problem with that is there's this, right? So what I like to do is, a lot of people just do it right here and then they're struggling with it, putting it on. What I like to do is actually slide it in there while I have this outside. I slide it, put the bolt on it, a couple of threads on there, not a lot, just a couple of them. Boom, done. Now I could grab the whole thing and slide it into place. Now people are gonna say, "Oh, where are you gonna grab a hammer? It's a brand new part." If you can't grab a hammer and smack it in, and you're scared that it's gonna come apart, then you shouldn't be putting that part on there, because this motor is gonna shake violently all the time. And that basically means you shouldn't put it on at all. There we go. Okay, and now we're on to all the electrical components. Put them back together. How they go. So it goes 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So this one's a little hands-on. So what I'm gonna do on this one, it's gonna be a little odd, but I'm gonna cut it off and then I'm gonna make a hole with the drill bit. So I'm gonna do that right now and then I'll get back with you guys because of the camera is dying. So I told you guys I was gonna show you. Here it is, the finished product. And all I gotta do now is put that on there and then clamp down this battery. And we're done. So once I turn it on and everything, I'll show you guys what it looks like and see if those little mishaps that it was doing, if it stops. Give me a second. Serpentine belt is on. There's a tie down, the battery tie down. Battery don't move anymore, clamps. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you guys right here so I can see what goes on. And I can actually see you guys through my phone, through the live feedback. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the car, see how much the motor bounces anymore, if it bounces a lot still, and we'll go from there. Okay, so it still bounces, not as much as it used to, and then the gauge out of nowhere, it'll do it and then it'll stop. So I'm gonna put the camera to charge. Meanwhile, I look through the many various wiring diagrams that there is about these cars, and I'm gonna see if there is either a ground or a power wire that's connected to the temperature gauge and all that, the instrument cluster. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, get the power probe on there, test it out, charge this camera. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so according to a picture. Okay, so I'm gonna post a picture right here. According to this picture, there's a ground missing, and it's the ground that goes from here to right here. Now I sanded that off already. I got a ground wire from that Chevy motor from the pickup parts, from that one. I put an end right there, and this one already had an end, and that's the wire that I'm gonna put right here. So now I just got to get the bolts, and it looks like it's two 10mm bolts. So 10mm socket, motor from the pickup parts. There's one. And that should be two. Okay, so let's see. There's one. There's two. Okay. So I put a ground on there. Now I'm gonna check other stuff. Make sure all the grounds on that motor is on there. Now according to the diagram, the grounds that we already sent it down and we put them away, it's three of those three grounds. We already put those on, and then that one was missing. So now I'm gonna let me show you guys. I took apart the instrument cluster, and according to the manual and stuff, there was a pin that comes here and it connects all the way down here, and it's this one right here. So, and that's a ground. So I'm gonna take a look at that one, make sure that one's good. Hopefully that little clamping thing, it didn't chew it up and messed it up that way. So I'm gonna take a look at that one now. And then the instrument cluster, I haven't checked the ohms on it or anything, but it looks like got the power washer, got my purple degreaser. Now on this part of the video, right, Um, I explained how the car hadn't done it in 45 minutes. Now, I didn't drive it after the first time that I drove it, and it still kept doing it. And then I found those other wires in the back that were messed up. I didn't drive it anymore. Um, I stopped driving it, and so it seemed fine. And then the customer came, picked up the car, and then it started doing the problem all over again. So at this point now, I basically explained to the customer, there's got to be something else wrong with that wiring. And then she proceeded to tell me that the previous owner had actually said to her that they replaced that engine. What the heck? Oh no, my little spray thingy came off. Okay, let me grab it. Give me a second. The customer starts to explain to me that they replaced that engine before she bought the car, before she bought the vehicle. And so now my initial thinking is, oh, that's cool. They replaced that engine, but because I told her, hey, there's a lot of messed up electrical connections here in this engine, and she tells me that they replaced the engine. So now my reaction to that is, oh,
ADD break.
this thing stinks. If you've ever used this type of degreaser, my goodness. So my initial reaction, right, is that they must have pinched some wires in the back of the car that I can't physically see. So the next step, I told her, is I'm gonna go to the pick apart. I'm gonna look for one of those cars, and I'm gonna get an engine harness. Replaced about, man, I want to say about 5 feet of cables that were just ruined, as the kids nowadays say, cooked. And I replaced 5 feet of that wire. So that car, you guys will actually see it in a later episode again once I go to the pick apart and I get another wiring harness, and then we replace that wiring harness on that vehicle. You guys will be able to see that one day, hopefully soon. But next week we'll be back to our regular schedule program, and it's basically getting that used engine for the pick apart for the Silverado, putting it together. The customer finally got all the stuff that's needed for that engine. He got it mailed over to my house, which is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that was awesome. And I guess that's how the Amazon wish list works. Because all I did was send him the list on Amazon, and he purchased it, and then just got it mailed over to my house. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, that you guys will see that car again. It's gonna get a new engine harness, because I don't like it when customers tell me, hey, you know what? The problem's still persisting, and yeah, that's not okay. If I don't like it when shops do it, I'm not gonna do it either. And I want to be as transparent as I can to every single one of my viewers, because obviously you guys watch the channel for a reason, and I want to be as transparent to you guys as I can. And like I said, the car still has issues. As soon as she took it outside of the house, it started with the issues again. So I'm thinking something in there is just not happy. It's loose, something. So like I said, we're gonna take it apart, put a new engine harness on it, see what the actual problem was. But you guys saw all those grounds that were messed up. A whole bunch of wires on the back of the dash were jacked up. Maybe even the dash is burnt out. But she said that they replaced the dash as well. So that can't be it if the new dash is still doing the same issue. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys a lot. It means a lot to me that you guys are watching this channel. We're almost to 100 subscribers. Let's keep up the good work. Share with your friends. And if you guys like me posting the rolling videos, the jiu-jitsu videos at the end, if you guys like me posting the sparring videos, let me know, so that I can stop playing music whenever I'm doing sparring and stuff, so that I can actually post the actual videos with the sound clips and everything, because YouTube guidelines, copyright infractions, and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, leave it in the comment section if you like that kind of stuff. If you like seeing raw violence, even though it's not really violence, we're just sparring with my friends, right? So guys, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.